Like and subscribe on the way in the door, my people. I hope you all are having a truly fantastic day today. Welcome back to Fanboy Fridays. Fanboys.
Now you see now, you done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
I see what I'm saying. I thought.
No, so, you know what I'm saying? That you done fucked up now, you know that, don't you?
All right, before we get started, I want to thank everyone who participated in the poll from Sunday, and that is 1-on-1, LeBron versus Kobe. Out of 10 games, how many games do you think the Deer could win? 0-1 games, 2-3 games, 4-5 games, more than 5. And 0-1 won overwhelmingly with 55% of the vote. 2-3 games got 33% of the vote. 4-5 games got 6%, and more than 5 got 5 delusional percentage points. All right. All right. I want to say something. You fanboys and fangirls, fanboy number 1 and fanboy number 100 are all the same. And I'm starting to understand that you guys, there's a disconnect with you guys because you guys do not understand nuance at all. And I'm starting to realize this. So, I kind of feel sorry for you a little bit, even though I'm going to keep laughing at you, but, All right, let's get to it. Fanboy number 1. This comes from the last Fanboy Files, episode 9. This fanboy says, LeBron and Scottie for a decade produced at least 6 to 7 rings with no injuries. Fanboy, that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard, and I have broken this myth several different ways, but let's go a different route today. Fanboy, if Michael Jordan had D Wade healthy for a decade, they would have 9 or 10 championships. There you go. That's the reality, fanboy. You cannot get around it. I'm very Prime Pippen is not a match for Prime D Wade. LeBron James has had more superstar help. And here we go. Let's go ahead and go down this road for a minute, fanboy, since you want to keep bringing this back up. Again, like I said, fanboy number 1, fanboy 100. You all the same. Y'all want to keep bringing up this Pippen point. Let me just go ahead and say this. LeBron is one of the least competitive superstars that we have had. He's one of the least competitive superstars we have had. And there is no argument to make against it, because I'm going to tell you simply why. Because if he was really competitive, he would have wanted to beat D Wade. If he was really competitive, he wouldn't want to handcraft his team with these superstars. Like, that alone shows how competitive you really are. Again, back in the day, back in the 90s when everybody was playing basketball because the GOAT, Michael Jordan, the 90s was his time and he inspired everyone to play basketball, something your dear has not done. Back in those days, when we would go to the courts to play and you get out there and you show up with your team or you show up by yourself, and it's been a team out there running people all day, I would want to be the one who beat that team. I wouldn't want to walk on and join that team. I don't want to join the winners. I don't want to join the people who's been running court all day talking trash. I want to be the one. I want to say I was the one or part of the team that got them off the court. See, that's being competitive. When you want to beat the best, not join the best. You can't make a logical argument against that, fanboys. Fanboys and girls all over the world, there is not one logical excuse you can make for that. There is not one logical argument you can make to say that someone who would rather join the competition, who is just as talented as they are, would rather join them than beat the competition who's just as talented as they are. You can't make a logical argument for that. That is simply called, he is not as competitive as other superstars. He is not as competitive as Michael Jordan. He is not as competitive as Kobe Bryant. He is not as competitive as Larry Bird. He is not as competitive as Magic Johnson. He is not as competitive as Tim Duncan. There's no argument, there's no logical argument you can make for it. Say what you want, get in your feelings, cry a little bit if you have to. But it is what it is, fanboy. All right, let's move on. All right, this comes from the same fanboy, different video. Fanboys, y'all was active last week. This comes from the reason Michael Jordan shoe sells more than LeBron James. Fanboy says, this what y'all talking about now. Shoes. Meanwhile, Bron just put up 35, 12, 7 on 75% shooting as the oldest player in the NBA. Okay, let's see. First of all, yes, fanboy, we are talking about shoes, but if you watch the video, you would understand that it was more than about shoes. It is the fact that everything basketball related that comes from Michael Jordan is great. Everything that surrounded Michael Jordan was great. That being, Michael Jordan is the common denominator. Say what you want about Phil Jackson, but Chicago was Phil Jackson's first head coaching job in the NBA. What are you talking about? You can't say he had a great coach. Phil Jackson was a nobody before he became the head coach of Chicago. Again, Michael Jordan won in college. Michael Jordan won in the Olympics before ever joining the NBA. So Michael Jordan was a winner before he ever joined Scottie Pippen. And again, when Pippen first joined the Bulls, he was not that good. We've said this 2 million times. But let's move on to the next point. Bron just put up 35, 12, 7 on 75% shooting as the oldest player in the NBA. So what, fanboy? Michael Jordan had 40 and 50-point games as a 40-year-old. And what? LeBron is not doing this consistently every game. And what's this new injury excuse that he got coming up? Did I hear Too Raw? Did I hear Too Raw for Sports say something about LeBron got a leg laceration? What is with LeBron and these general injuries that they never really specify what it is? Like, yeah, LeBron has an eye injury today. Oh, what's wrong with it? Well, it's the whole eye. LeBron has a calf injury today. Yeah, well, what's wrong with it? It's the whole calf. The whole calf is damaged. What's up with LeBron and these non-specific injuries? But I see he's already brewing up for this season. But okay, anyway, fanboy, yeah, you're done. Let's move on. Fanboy number 2. This actually comes from the poll I put up, about LeBron, how many times he could beat Kobe Bryant one-on-one. And this fanboy says, delusional. LeBron is winning every one-on-one he wants to play. Nobody is stopping him alone. If teams need 5 guys to focus on him, it's because one guy has no chance. Fanboy, that is an interesting point you brought up there. Fanboy, you know what I'm going to need you to do? I'm going to need this from all of you fanboys. Each and every last one of you fanboys and girls from 1 to 100 all over the world. This is what I'm going to need you to do. Whenever you start to talk about how great LeBron is one-on-one, or teams needing 5 people to stop him, or teams building super teams to stop him, what I need you to do is right before that starts coming out of your mouth, or right before you start typing on the keyboard to type this crap, what I need you to do is think of Jason Terry and shut up. That's what I need you to do when you talk about his one-on-one skills. Because let me tell you something. Shout out to G Tracy 82 because I'm currently working on some videos addressing some of LeBron's failures, meaning I'm going back and rewatching some of these games. And I was watching some of that Miami series the other day, and the way Jason Terry treated LeBron was just, I mean, he really just treated LeBron like a non-factor. I mean, it is really, you can't recover from that. You can't, fanboys, hang it up. I mean, it's so much on LeBron's resume that you can't recover from. But the way Jason Terry was smacking LeBron in the face, the way Jason Terry was just shooting right in LeBron's face as if LeBron was not, as if LeBron was 5'2". You guys can't ever recover from that. Now, you mean to tell me Jason Terry can shoot in LeBron's face like he's nothing, but Kobe Bryant wouldn't absolutely destroy LeBron in one-on-one? Man, please. I heard something the other day about some football player who beat LeBron one-on-one. Now, I hadn't checked it out to confirm whether it's true or not, but based on other players who seem to beat LeBron one-on-one, I mean, it wouldn't be that far-fetched. I mean, if I give LeBron 0 to 1 games on Kobe, and I say 1 because everybody gets lucky. Everybody can get lucky. You know, Kobe might fall and break his leg in that first game, and then LeBron can run away with the win, possibly. Fanboy, give it up. This is ridiculous. This is totally ridiculous. Fanboy, yeah, next time you get ready to type or open your mouth about LeBron's one-on-one skills, I need you to think about Jason Terry and just shut up. All right, let's move on. All right, I don't even know if I should respond to this or not, but, you know, fanboy, you took the time to type it, so I will take the time to laugh at you. This comes from here's why Michael Jordan was a much better playmaker than LeBron James. And this fanboy says something in the beginning that I don't know what it is, but he says, it's crazy how small-minded people live in the past. Just let it go, man. It's not even funny anymore. Fanboy, I got a couple of things to say. I don't know how old you are, but the fact that you made a comment like that, I'm assuming that you're probably on the younger side. And let me tell you something, fanboy. Unlike you, who probably never got to see Michael Jordan in his heyday. Maybe you got to see him in his Wizards years, possibly. But you probably never got to see Michael Jordan in his prime. Guess what, fanboy? I did. I got to witness it. I got to watch games on TV and see them for a decade of dominance, or even before he won championships. I got to see Michael Jordan's career. Unlike you, fanboy. But guess what, fanboy? I also saw all of LeBron James' career. I saw it from the beginning, fanboy. And so I have the benefit of actually saying I watched both of these players. Now, can you say the same, fanboy? And let me, I'm going to go ahead and say this since you want to go there. Again, you know, I'm watching some of these old games. I was watching the 2007 finals the other day, you know, checking it out. And I must say, it kind of reminded me, like I said, You know, those who've been following this channel long enough, you know that I've said before, I didn't always dislike LeBron James. Matter of fact, in the beginning, I was indifferent to him. Matter of fact, I was excited about what his potential could be because of all the hype around him, because of his athleticism. I thought, okay, this guy might, you know, a few years down the line, I'm excited to see what he could become. But looking back at these games now, what I realize is the things about him that I cannot stand now. Like him standing around on offense and defense. Like him only playing when he wants to play. Like him not being engaged in every moment. He was doing that stuff back then, just not as much. Look, your king, fanboys, he's just not that guy. He's not that guy. He's never been that guy. He's not a competitor. He's not a competitor. Again, a real competitor wants to beat the players who he thinks is just as good as he is, or who people think is just as good as he is. But he's not that guy. But anyway, fanboy, that's enough for you. Let's move on. This same video, different fanboy. This is actually a fanboy replying to another viewer. So the viewer says, this steals from the here's why Michael Jordan was a much better playmaker than LeBron James. And the viewer says Jordan still has the highest assist average in the NBA Finals for a non-point guard at 11.4 assists in 1991. Absolute facts. Fanboy had the need to comment, had the need to defend his king, says yet he still averaged less than LeBron. Fanboys, let me tell you something. When you do stuff like that, you open the door for so much criticism on your king. It's ridiculous because, okay, so he averages, first of all, I said that in the video. I said that Michael Jordan, his highest assist game is higher than LeBron James' highest assist game in the finals. However, I did say LeBron James averages more overall assists. However, if you want to play this game about yet LeBron still averages more assists, then we can say, well, Michael Jordan still has more championships. Because at the end of the day, fanboys and fangirls all over the world, fanboys 1 through 100, let me explain something to you. That's really kind of the end of the argument. No matter what you say, no matter what excuses you make for your king, no matter how emotional you get, no matter how much you may think that if you're going to meet LeBron one day and become his best friend, no matter what you think, at the end of the day, LeBron is 4-6 in the finals, and Michael Jordan is 6-0. And let's go take this even further, because at the end of the day, LeBron James has one of the worst finals records in NBA history. One of the worst. You can't get around that. So anything that comes out of you guys' mouth is really pointless. It's really just an excuse to find a way to say, okay, he lost 6 times, but here's our excuse of why he's not as good as Michael Jordan. There you go, fanboy. Let's move on. All right, fanboy, I lost track of it, whatever. Next fanboy. This is coming from my Here's Why LeBron James GOAT case ended when he left Cleveland. And this fanboy says LeBron's legacy was solidified when he left Cleveland Cavaliers. Coming back to Cleveland Cavaliers enhanced his legacy. 3-1 deficit. And this LeBron had super teams. If that were true, he would have never left. He would have never left the Cavs in the first place. You sound delusional. Wow, fanboy, I'm going to actually agree with you on some things here. Let's start with the last thing you said. If LeBron had super teams, he would have never left Cleveland. I absolutely 100% agree with you on that, fanboy. I 100% agree that if LeBron had a clear advantage on Cleveland from the beginning, he would have never left, because LeBron is never going to leave when he has a clear advantage. He is only going to leave when he knows that the advantage is slipping away. And then he's going to get players traded, or he's going to leave and do what LeBron does. Totally agree with you, fanboy. Good point. All right, let's go back to his first point. It says LeBron's legacy was solidified when he left Cleveland. I'm agree with you again, fanboy, except it was solidified in a way that was negative and not positive. Yeah, we agree, fanboy. We on the same page. Yes, he solidified his legacy as a loser when he left Cleveland. You are absolutely correct. And then you said coming back to Cleveland Cavaliers enhance his legacy, 3-1 deficit. And I'm going to agree with you again, fanboy. Good job. Yes. Anytime you win a championship, it enhances your legacy. Absolutely. But here's the deal. With LeBron, it enhances legacy from a -5 to a -3. see, there's different levels. Like, because he won with super teams, because he left Cleveland and didn't stick it out, his championships aren't worth what other superstars' championships are worth. Period. Like, he joined a super team again, which was the point of the video. Is that when he joined the super teams, that forever tarnished his legacy. There is going to be no point in time or history that someone can bring up LeBron's championships and someone wouldn't have a valid argument to say, yes, but he formed his own super teams to make that happen. Fanboys, again, I'm wasting my time, but, it's a good laugh. But I'm wasting my time because I'm starting to realize that you guys just truly do not understand nuance. So, it's kind of pointless. It's just a disconnect with you guys. But, keep on coming to my comments, and I will keep turning you into content. Thank you for providing a laugh for everybody. And I think we're going to hold up here. But good job, fanboy. Yeah, I agree with you on all those points. He solidified his legacy when he left Cleveland. Absolutely. It was just negative and not positive. Coming back to Cleveland enhanced his legacy because of the 3-1 deficit. I agree with that, because he enhanced his legacy from a -5 to a -3. And if LeBron had super teams, he would have never left Cleveland in the first place. Absolutely. Good job, fanboy. Anyway, we are going to hold up here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. You all have a fantastic day, and I will see you next time. All right.